always wondered how much wattage the plug-in Blu-ray drive pulled, but not too bad. I do need to lay off the drinks on top of the drive, though.
The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
I'm putting aside my curiosities about rubbish serving as an Android console of sorts. Recently I had to redo Monolith from the ground up, and it was actually pretty easy. One of the cool things you can do with Windows 10 is you can basically upgrade it to itself. And then, let's get that plugged in. You can upgrade Windows 10 to itself and then go get all your stuff from the Windows.old folder if you have to reinstall everything. With all the application-based, the account-based app access through programs and systems like Steam, it actually is pretty neat. And, oops, we're going to have to actually use the built-in screen for this one. But through the application-based, sorry, I'm a night shift guy and it's early afternoon. Need proof? What time is it?
1:10.
1:10, there you go. So, not feeling too awake yet, but hopefully the tea kicks in. We are booting off of Gparted to nuke rubbish once again, and basically, oh, here we go. Finally, the displays are mirroring like I wanted them to. We're booting off of rubbish. Check out that wattage. We're booting off of Gparted to nuke rubbish once again because I noticed when I redid Windows 10 on Monolith, the installation disk that I downloaded and imaged up had a few more versions of Windows 10 available, including the Windows 10 S operating system, which is supposed to be Microsoft's answer to Chrome OS. I want to try that out. I mean, the whole point of this whole rubbish experiment is to find something we can still use this computer for. So, if this turns out to be a dud, just like other stuff that I've tried, then does this mean that the thing's not going to load? Maybe there's a scratch on the bottom of the CD or something. I've never seen this squash FS error before. Anyways, yeah, so if this turns out to be a dud idea, we'll just go back to trying to get rubbish to serve as an Android console and maybe finally find that code I couldn't find last time. Yeah, there's something wrong with the disk.
Epic fail.
Ye old optical drives. The one last remnant of how bad the 90s were when it came to listening to music and stuff like that. Ah, cool. Ah, now they're all mirroring. Alright, let's close the lid. Why have an itty-bitty netbook screen when I can use this nice big Samsung doohickey that... I gotta get used to getting up an hour or two earlier than what I've been doing. I've been sleeping in too much since returning to this shift.
Epic fail.
Hey, we'll get something to drink, dude. Not such a bad idea, especially if this CD's gonna screw up again. Great value diet cream soda. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Although I, once again, am persisting in these bad habits of making drink rings appear on the top of my Blu-ray drives. Right. Well, okay, it may not be taking up the whole screen, but it worked this time. A little bit of scrubby-dubby to get the fingerprint smudges and the other rubbish off the bottom of the... I'm using that term too much now. I should have grabbed something with some caffeine in it. Oh shoot, dust on the lens.
Epic fail.
One ext4 Android x86 that took up the entire partition on the SSD in this waste of an SSD netbook from 2012 is all set. Well, actually, before we proceed with Windows 10s, I want to put regular Windows 10 back on this thing and see how badly it does in the new Nova bench. Please remove the live medium, close the tray if any, and press enter to continue. I'm going to half follow those directions. Come on. Doesn't take that long to close a drive. Or maybe because it's a laptop, it's not going to be... Oh, I hit shutdown instead of... Yeah, that always helps. And there it goes. Okay, Windows 10, here we come.
Epic fail.
I probably shouldn't do too many shots like this, or else someone's going to call me a classic game room ripoff. Oh yeah, Catch-22. It's a little more complicated to use a plug-in drive on a netbook that never had an optical drive. Let's go get a thumbstick.
Epic fail.
Just like that, it's nighttime. Oh man, it's my fault for not having any real coffee today. But let's get this thing running regular Windows 10 before we experiment with that S version and see if it's any better.
Your keyboard is set to US. Want to stick with that?
Yes.
Do you also type with another keyboard layout?
No. They added Cortana to the Windows setup so you don't even have to type anything? Not going to do anything fancy with this, so I'm just going to put it on the DMZ. We're only going to download NovaBench and just run the test. Just for fun. Then we'll nuke everything and try that Windows 10S and see if it's any less sluggish than the full-featured Windows. Oh boy, how long's this going to take with this slow piece of junk? Don't call it rubbish for nothing. We're done. I got into Windows and then everything took forever and I got sick of waiting for it. It's already almost bedtime and I haven't even hardly done anything with this yet. Yeah. Let's go straight to Windows 10S and skip that other stuff. So, I've thrown out my Windows license. Windows is now bellyaching about not being activated. I can't use anything but Windows Store apps, and the computer is still slammed all to heck trying to download updates. Enough. I don't call it rubbish for nothing. Back to the Android x86 experiment with this piece of junk, rubbish. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.
Epic fail.
Well now, it appears that this story has a happy ending after all. Ladies and gentlemen, rubbish is working again. Running Windows 10 Home, blowing up beyond its usual screen resolution to full 1080. Time to give you folks what y'all came here for. NovaBench, please. On hands. What's with all of these games? What's with all these games in the start menu like Candy Crush and stuff that I can't find in the app menu to uninstall for the bloatware? We'll finish that later. Apparently turning down the visual effects in Windows helps quite a bit with old machines like this. Of course, I've never had this be an issue before, but this is an AMD C60 APU from 2012. I can't imagine the graphics hardware that's supposed to support this stuff is all that great. Why is it registering at 1.2 gigahertz though? It's supposed to run at 1 even. Either or, let's run this thing. Start tests. Worst computer I have, ladies and gentlemen. Targeted tests. Ready for the single-digit frame rates when it gets to the graphics. While that's running, oh yeah, I was looking over my fans and how much current they draw. I'm curious how much splitting hairs I would do if I changed out Monolith's fans to fans that draw less current. I've never really suffered for cooling on that system, so, but that's another discussion entirely. Here come the comments about, dude, you're splitting hairs trying to make that computer more power efficient. Well, no, the Dullosaurus isn't embarrassing it still in that one area, so might have some more tuning to do, or maybe some BS marketing to look past as well. Alright, I'm not going to be able to talk my way through this test, am I? Test 3 out of 6, because this is the worst computer I have. It's actually going to take some time for rubbish to do its thing. Come on, rubbish. Earn your title. Wait, you already did. Well, it's great, though, to be able to start this thing up and actually open the start menu without waiting 5-10 minutes or wait a really long time for the drive to stop being, or the processor stop being slammed at 100% for the first 10 minutes. Waste of an SSD. Oh, here we go. And it's still loading. Loading. Like I said, waste of an SSD. That's why I have the worst SSD that I have in this thing. Oh, here we go. Enjoy the slideshow, folks. So these are the pictures from my trip to this loading dock railroad place in Canada. In cartoon Canada. 3 frames per second. 720p, baby. A little bit of solar flare, blah, 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 blah. Oh, boy. AMD APUs from 2012, baby. Gotta love them. Ryzen Raven Ridge, this ain't. Okay, come on now, finish. The worst score, because I did run this earlier after I got everything working and got a 330. Let's see if things have gotten better or worse since I've left this thing running for a couple of days, and let all the updates finish. Hello? Results? Another 330! This thing is consistent! 79 on the CPU, 99 on the GPU. Rubbish truly lives up to its name. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.